Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, it is a balmy 94 degrees in my garage. You can probably hear the fan going in the background, so I thought, why not go out in the garage and put the front chin strap back on? You know, that air valance, that nasty plastic piece on the front of the Tacoma? Well, it came with it, and if I'm going to trade the truck off, I figure I need to have it back on, right? So, today we're going to reinstall that chin strap, that front air valance. Ugh. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this piece. You know, it's about, let's see, 5 feet long, something like that. And it goes across the front of the truck, right underneath its chin right here. So, what we have to do now, thinking ahead, because you know, I'm a thinker. I put the original screws back in because I thought maybe someday, who knows, maybe I'd be putting it back on. To be honest, I really never planned on doing it this soon or doing it this way, but it is what it is, right? That is such is the life of a YouTuber. So we have to remove those screws so that we can use them to affix that chin strap back on there. It is football season, you know, chin strap. So they are located actually right across the front here. There are 11 of them. So I need to go ahead and pull those off, and then we're going to lower the truck a little bit because frankly, it's a little bit high for me. So we're going to lower it a little bit. I tell you, having a lift to do this kind of stuff, I am so thankful. It makes it so much simpler. Otherwise, I'd be rolling around in the ground in 94 degree heat, getting dirty and sweat. It would be a nightmare. The fan feels good though. So let me go ahead and get those out, and then we'll come back on and we'll go through the rigors of putting that chin strap back up. Okay, we got all the screws out, or the bolts. I think they're screws. We've lowered it a little bit closer to my height. Should make it pretty easy to do. So let's go ahead and get started. See if I can't get you guys a full shot there of me fighting with this thing, because I do think it's going to be a fight. One thing I'll let you know, especially important if you're taking this thing off, there are little nubs that fit into corresponding nubs on the truck. All along here, there are some. So that'll help you a little bit to be able to locate this thing. And given that, I may start right here in the center with this little nub here, and then put in a couple of screws, because I think these things are all moving around. I hate these kind of fasteners. I think that might enable me to do this a little bit easier. Famous last words. These things actually move when I lowered the truck. So here we go. Let's start right here in the center. I think that would be a good spot to go. See if I got it right. My arm is shaking for some reason, and I don't know why. But it is. Tighten this one down just a little bit. Alright, I think that's good. So that gives us a point of reference. Now I can make sure that I have the right screws done. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll come back on. Okay, it would appear that I did take out the right screws. There are more in there in the same areas than what I took out. So I'm going to start right here on this edge. You'll notice right now it's hitting the tire. It does pull out. It is sprung a little bit in there. So we're going to start right there. That's actually not a bad shot, I don't think. So we'll start right here in the corner. There is a nub here, as I mentioned. You want to make sure you fit that in, and then you can go ahead and put the screw in there. I think everything is still copacetic. So let's go ahead and see about doing that. Get our nub in there properly. Yeah, there we go. And this screw, of course, is hidden underneath. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. And now I can't see it. So I'm going to see if we can put a little light up there. And I know you guys can't see it. Sorry about that. There. So now I should be able to get a screw going in there, I hope. Let's go ahead and do that. That wasn't too bad. Move on to the next one. It too is underneath. All the rest are outside. And we need a longer extension. There, we've got our longer extension. Let's try this again. Alright, here we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Now we can work our way across the front. Much easier to do, I must say. Go ahead and get these going. Bring you guys with me. I know you wouldn't want to miss any of this riveting screwing that we've got going on here. There we go. Again, these are very, very fragile. I would make sure you do not over tighten these things or you'll be regretting it. I'm just using this because it's easier to go ahead and get things started. But I am definitely not cranking on these. Let's move our way on down here. The next one should be right here. Matter of fact, you know what? Before I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the other side in, just so I don't have to fight it. It should be pretty easy to do, so let's go down here and do that. Again, we have the nub underneath here that we just have to fit up here in the corner. It should be pretty simple. In fact, we have another nub right here, so I take that back. I'm going to go ahead and get this one in, and then I can fight with the one on the end because it feels like it wants to fight with me. So I'll oblige. Okay, and we went a little far on that one. Let's go ahead and get these other two in. And lastly, this one. You got to drop one, right? This is where it would be nice to have a magnetic socket, but I don't. That one, the hole, the little bracket behind it had moved, so I had nothing to screw into. Alright, that takes care of that. So we have two left. The two nubs on the side here, like I said, shouldn't be too difficult. Famous last words. So, let's go ahead. Maybe pull you guys over this way a little bit. And again, we have to be underneath for this one. That's a drag. But it is what it is, I guess. Okay. Now we have this last little part here to screw with, and I think the nub is in there. It feels like it's okay. Well, now it is. It was not before. This one I think I'm going to have to get started by hand. Alright, let's give that a quick... matter of fact, I'm not even going to hit that one with the drill. So, that takes care of it. Everything is back in. So now, all I've got to do, famous last words of course, is go along the edge of this. I'm going to torque, if you will, them down by hand. because I don't want to break anything, and I'll be lucky if I don't strip them doing it by hand. They're that fragile. So let me go along and do that, and then we'll be done. Okay, it's done. You guys can see I've gone through and used the RobMotive torque method. And speaking of the RobMotive torque method, I have a little tip for you guys, something I actually just discovered today myself. You know, I always thought before, use your right hand or whatever your dominant hand is alone, like so, when you're putting bolts back in that you don't want to strip. So when it gets to the point that you really have to crank on them with one hand doing this, even better, use your non-dominant hand. In my case, I'm right-handed, so I would use my left hand for this. And then just use this kind of a motion, and when it gets so tight, because obviously your non-dominant hand is going to be weaker, right? So when it gets to the point that you really got to crank on it if you want it to go anymore with your non-dominant hand, stop. You're done. Anyway, that's it. A little tip for you there. The front chin strap or air valance or ugly plastic piece, whatever you want to call this, mine even has cobwebs on it, is done. No problems with it in case you're wondering about it hitting the tire. When I had the bigger tires originally, even bigger than these put on, I had them angle this piece, cut it at an angle so they wouldn't rub. I don't think anybody will ever notice, to be honest, but my tires will not rub this piece because it was set up that way originally before I ever took this piece off. So just to let you know that. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Specifically, let me know what you think of my non-bolt stripping ratchet method. I'd be curious to see what you guys do to make sure you don't strip anything, because I've done it several times. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.